Hello there, Company of Heroes fans. I've got a fantastic stream ready for you today. It's going to start with innovation, and then it's going to have voting on innovation, and then it's going to have more explosions and stuff. It's going to be good. You're going to love it. We're going to start today with innovation, like I just said, and it's going to feature VonIvan and Incauna, and it's a tournament concept, or it's not even a tournament concept. It's a custom mode crazy game concept that I just plucked out of my head a few weeks ago, and we fleshed it out. Me, Inca, and Von, we were talking about how it could work and how awesome it's going to be. And they are 1 minute and 55 seconds away from it being reality. So, as you all know, we're going to be voting on 8 competing tournament concepts today in a brackets. Before we even start that, we're going to do a crazy custom game mode with Inca and Von, and it's called Search and Destroy. The only computer game I was ever good at was the OG versions of Call of Duty back in the 2000s, and that had a game mode which was a rip-off of Counter-Strike. Basically, it's Counter-Strike. 5 snipers versus 5 snipers. You either kill all of your opponent's snipers or you capture all 3 victory points. That's the bomb. The 3 victory points are the bomb. So we've got VonIvan and Incauna. They're going to build 5 snipers each on Amelie Field's Autumn Edition. And it's going to be a snipe-off to decide who gets faction pick in their best of 3. This replaces the coin toss. We're not doing a coin toss today. We're doing Search and Destroy. And that's just kind of the innovation we're going to be seeing in this crazy second season of Master League. We're going to let the shackles off. We've got Co 3 coming. So we don't need to mess around. We don't need to pretend this is esports. No sponsors care about us. The developers and publishers don't care about us anymore. We're out on our own. We got our own financing. We got our own community, our own players, and our own league. And yes, we will still have standard, traditional, good old-fashioned co-tournaments, but we're also going to have some absolute mayhem, chaos, and devastation along the way. So let's get on with the best American player and the best Romanian player about to fight for you. Around about now? Shall we do it now? That's probably a good idea, I think. Yes, let's, because the overlays are all wrong in A's situation, so it's probably a good idea I decided to do it now. Indeed, there we go. That's looking better, isn't it? Let's just fix that very quickly. There we go. We don't need too much else. That'll do us. That'll do us, because I declare Search and Destroy, the first iteration of this insane game mode ever, officially live, as we've got VonIvan, the best US player, the Chaos Master, the General of Devastation, of course, building his sniper company. And in the north, building his special sniper command. It is indeed Incauna. The map is the glorious Rachel created version of Amelie Field. Oh my lord. It's so beautiful. And it is indeed. So yes, we've got snipers on their way. And this is one of the rules we decided. They've both done it. They've both understood the rules. We were very careful to make sure each player knew what was at stake. So indeed, we've put the worker units in their bunkers. We did toy around with the idea of having a cat and mouse situation where you just have one sniper and one worker unit and they kind of find it. But through talking about what would be possible, we decided on Search and Destroy. Oh, and we've got our first snipers on the field, built in unison. We got Hans Zimmer, boom, the sniper, and Svetlana, the sniper, in the north. Very good stuff. Very good indeed. And this is the tension. Now, the Wehrmacht player, VonIvan, has already got his second one underway. I don't know why Incauna hasn't launched into... he's 340 manpower. That's interesting. There's a manpower disparity there. Oh, building a bit of barbed wire in base. Please don't be building. What is he making there? What is he doing for us? There we go. So manpower disparity at the start. He's penning them in. he's making a colony possibly for his combat engineers. Sniper here. Oh. Koenigs has gone, so Hans Zimmer's gone to the left. Boom. That's Hans Zimmer music if you don't know. And we've got a very early cap of the victory point here. Remember, this now means that whoever caps this victory point wins the game. They're both loaded, and they're both going to the centre. Structure complete. So it's going to be 2 This is possibly an imbalance. VonIvan's going straight in there.
Sniper
Oh, he's unveiled for a moment. Now we finally have our second Soviet snipers on the field.
Need a sharpshooter.
Oh, he's going to be unveiled, is he? Does he make it? He makes it. Very good. All on hold fire. Of course, we've got one. That's just going to be on target mode. I tell you what, this could be an unveiling. This could be a death. That could be an early death of one of Incauna's 5 possible snipers. Not a good start. And he's capturing the victory point here. VonIvan's won already. Search and destroy. He won. It was easy. Oh no, he's got to capture this one. Sorry, I got excited. You've got to get all 3 victory points. I thought that was a crap game mode then. Can hear that AE is... he's excited. He's not making any sense. VonIvan's pushed really far into enemy Snipersville here. Easy. He's gone back into base. Easy, but he's already lost one of his 5 snipers. Not a good start there. So we've got Incauna's crept up behind VonIvan's lines. And VonIvan's done very much the same. Waiting for the first sniper to emerge. And it's going to be imminent death if unveils himself. You can't reveal snipers. I've told them they all have maximum 5. It's basically like CSGO, Counter-Strike, etc. Oh no! Get to the cover! Oh gosh, that was close. VonIvan knows he's there now. Oh no! That's 2-0. He got to the tree. He had that G43 loaded, locked and loaded. So close. Meanwhile, we've got a sniper knife fight. They've uncovered each other. Who can get the shot off? He's running around. He's keeping him from firing. She goes prone. He's trying to back away. He goes prone again. He's going to shoot her ankles off. He's going to shoot her ankles off. He's got a buddy. Go on, Svetlana. Get him. Get him. Oh, she misses the shot. And Koenigs comes into the picture. She's dancing around. She retreats hard style. Can she get round the shed? He's trying to load up the G43. Oh, killed in cold blood. Incauna's gone down to 3 snipers only. Meanwhile, we have fighting in the north. VonIvan 2-0 up in the Svet. He's gone. She's seen him. No, it's the male sniper this time. Boris. Boris, the male sniper. Versus, I think that's... Is that Hans Zimmer? I've lost... Oh, VonIvan's thinking of going for a victory point cap here. He's thinking of it. He thinks he can do it. Oh, this could be a win for VonIvan. Easy mode in Counter-Strike. He's going for the cap. Incauna's heard him. He's got another sniper out as well. Can he get to the victory point before it's capped? It looks possible. He's got a bit of yellow cover there. VonIvan's on the place with no cover, so he can make use of that. Oh, VonIvan's 3-0 up on snipers. Yes, he's got him. There you go. He stopped the cap. Incauna's still alive. We're now 3 snipers down for Inca. He can build one more. VonIvan is 1 down. Okay. He just needs to stay on yellow cover here. He needs some luck in his favour, goddammit. This is tense. Oh, VonIvan's been spotted. Oh, there you go. Incauna's back in the game. Oh, but he's letting him cap. Oh, no. He's not going to be able to get there. Inca's thrown the game. VonIvan's won. He's going to finish the cap. Inca needed to stand on the victory point. And it's all over. He could have made a comeback, but he threw the first ever inaugural Search and Destroy game in Company of Heroes 2. VonIvan is your winner. He's armed the bomb. Terrorists win. There we go. Well played to Von. He now has faction decision in their best of 3. Very well played. Good show. That was a good laugh, wasn't it? I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. Shall we do our first round of voting? I think we should. The players will now prepare themselves for best of 3. Let me just get them on with that, actually. Well, they can probably hear me. Guys, just start when you're ready. Do a best of 3. Von has faction decision, obviously fixed positions. And, yeah, start... Well... Yeah, start, because we can do voting whilst the game's on, can't we? So let's start with our brackets, and let's get this first round of voting underway for you patrons to... this is going to be the quarterfinals of... Can somebody give me an exclamation mark brackets in chat? That'd be lovely. bracket. I really should have prepared this in advance, but we're making this up as we go along today, which is the best kind of entertainment, isn't it? So, if you go to your brackets, ladies and gentlemen, you can see we have some concepts to vote on, meaning the quarterfinals is going to be Chaos Krieg 2 versus Scorched Earth 2. We will, if any ideas, you worry about some of the particulars, don't worry. I'm a pro tourney, tourney organizer. I don't know what that means, but anyway, I'll figure it out. So if you like the sound of it, vote for it. That's the loose principle here. Let me just make this chat window small. There we go. So let's get the voting underway. Let's go over to the Patreon voting circle. So the first one, of course, is... hang on, how do I do this? Reg A is... That's going to be Chaos... Oh, God, what's going on there? Oh, yeah, I've got my... okay. Krieg 2. And then Reg B is... Scorched Earth 2. Okay, that's good. Is that how you spell Krieg? It's not Grieg. So let's do that then. Oh god, I pressed enter there. Should be enter, shouldn't it? There you go. And then we put the same thing on them. A, and voting is live on that first quarterfinal. Get on it. It's replaced the word. There you go. It's better. Don't know why that happened. Anyway, so next one. We've got Squid Games versus fan-voted commanders. Let's get that written in. Squid Games. Oh, it's doing my head in. It's because my script's on my casting script. Let me turn it off. There we go. It replaces letters of the alphabet with other things. Red A. Pretty tedious. Fan-voted commanders. There you go. There's the next one. Get in there. Get stuck in. Oh, it's tight voting. I tell you, there's about 50 people have eligibility to vote, by the way. So get stuck in. What's the next one? We've got Super Terminator against Allies versus Axis. Super Terminator. Oh, I needed to do the bloody A thing. There we go. And then a quick B. It's Allies versus Axis. A and B. And then the last one, I could probably think about what it was. King of Blitzkrieg versus 2v2 Commander Terminator. Ooh, they're good concepts. King of Blitzkrieg 2v2 Commander Terminator. Boom. They're all written in now. I really should have done this in a notepad file first and then pasted in live on air. You have until G1 of Von versus Inca finishes. And now, if you do want to become a Patreon, you can vote on these polls. It is going to be live whilst Game 1 goes on. Of course, it's a very limited, select group of Company Heroes tournament supporters that are eligible to vote. Oh god, I probably should have tagged them all. That are eligible to vote. So if you want to become part of that group, you probably have time to become a Patreon. And if you want to vote later on, I'll probably get it organised. So you'll basically come on to the Discord and then go down to role requests and tag me. And if obviously I can link up your username and everything, we'll give you the role so you can vote live today. But also, if you check out in announcements, there is a way of doing it to give yourself eligibility vote. This is probably preferred because obviously I'm going to be busy and the admins might not be able to verify who you are. Go there and you can actually link it up. So you can even vote on this first round if you wanted to on your second monitor. So you can go and link up your Discord role, then the bot will automatically assign you, hopefully speaking. Alright then. Let's see if the second game, well, the first game's on its room. It might have already started. They were asking me a question about whether it's custom. It started good. It's 2 minutes ago, so we've got 3 minutes of delay before we go. Oh, thank you very much, Olvedi. To be honest, use a little bit of kind of discretion. I'll PM you what I need to say because it's easier. Good stuff. 2 minutes until this game 1 is live. Let me just fix my bloody... I've knackered my overlays again. I always knacker it. Somehow. I don't even know how I'd managed to do it, to be honest. So I need a little bit of aecohmatt top, bottom. I need some score left, score right. Is that everything? And there's one at the bottom that says how much it's the best of. And that is it. The way you test it is you load up your casting script. And then you give it one of these, and if it all disappears, it's worked. But it's definitely not called that anymore. It's called this. I'll just call it Master League, I think. Oh, that's better. Let's call it that. Yeah, support on Patreon or something, that'll do. Screw it. Is that symmetrical? Looks symmetrical enough to me. Oh, and it's not a best of 5, is it? Of course, it's a best of 3. See, you know, the best thing to... one of the reasons I wanted to bring up Master League, I've got all these assets I've made over the last couple of years. They're all really good. Put loads of effort into them. It'd be such a shame if I just kind of stopped doing this. Because then I wouldn't get to use all this cool stuff, right? Master League bottom text, indeed. I think we're good to go, aren't we? I think we are good to go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we're 10 seconds away as well. Come on down. Let's do some casting. Let's watch some Company of Heroes. Love it. Absolutely love it. Script engaged in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have VonIvan, the master of chaos, the captain of disaster, the chief purveyor of all things destruction, versus Incauna, the master of the oil well. He'll stop Hitler in his tracks. He's the best Romanian player in the world. And he's not just a weak link on the flanks of Stalingrad. This guy is a battle-weary veteran. Grizzled hero, and it's just, I will show you again because I love it. Armley Fields in autumn is a very good time for leaves to fall from the sky and bodies to fall to the floor. Get on that hype train. We've got loads of patrons in chat. People like Big Cup of Tea. We've got admins like Olvedi. Got loads of people watching on. Thanks to the subscription, James Jamzo. And we are going to be watching 2 very well pitted players because obviously VonIvan's a former top 5 in the world for the last decade almost, but he's up against Incauna that's got a crap ton better. He's one of the best players of the B tier, let's say. You know, when you get past the likes of Kimbo, Asher, Nagano, Isilda, Incauna's knocking on that door, along with Orange Pest and Query. It's that kind of level. He's the kind of level that Jibber Jabber Jobber and a few other guys, Alpern maybe, are just not quite on Incauna's. When Incauna plays well, he's gotten that good. PFC is another good one. Incauna is very comparable to PFC. So he's improved so much in 2021 is what I'm trying to tell you. He's a really good player. VonIvan, he's been in his love nest in Russia. He's been getting rusty and getting down and... won't go there. I'm trying to polish up my act in time for Go 3. I'm trying, but I'm failing. Right, we've got assault grenadiers have been uncovered by the wrath of the rifleman in the south. VonIvan's going to hold the line for now, though, and this gives him time to push his MG and Pioneer into the picture in the northeast. All distraction tactics. Second assault grenadiers coming into the picture, and Incauna feels like there's a trap, so he's given VonIvan a lot of respect there. He's not pushed him as much as he otherwise would do. Third rifle enters the fray.
A capture point is under
I've just heard that the game sounds a bit loud, so I'll turn them down. There we go, that's better. Pioneers are hoping to spot for this MG42, but they've not been able to do. Tell you what, they've done a lot of damage against that rifleman whilst it was suppressed. It pops out of suppression now and is going to spring a trap, but first he wants them to focus fire. Oh no, he doesn't. He wants to smash them with this flank. Assault Grenadiers have been out of the fighting. There's been no cut-offs from VonIvan. He has gotten his much-needed fuel. And tell you something funny about VonIvan. Today is, by the way, I'm sure you've seen this on YouTube, or if you're watching live on Twitch, you just tuned in. It's the tournament of tournaments today. It's like a virtual tournament to decide what Master League's next tourney will be. VonIvan really wants it to be a 250 VP event because he reckons he's too rusty to keep his units alive. He's never really been able to do it anyway, but he thinks he'll be the best at 250 VPs. Riflemen are going to focus fire these poor Assault Grenadiers down. Meanwhile, we got another squad. He always focuses the fuel, VonIvan. Look at this. He always gets there somehow. He'll lose engagements all around here. But just keep an eye on the fuel control. That's one of the big underrated elements of VonIvan's game. And when Company Heroes competitive scene wasn't as well understood, he was very underrated and kind of looked down upon by the elite players. I spoke to them in private around 2016 to 2018, and he was just seen as an NA scrub that was a very aggressive player. But over time, people started to respect him more and more because they noticed, yes, he might lose 6 squads a game, but he'll keep winning. He will somehow keep winning. So there's been a huge cultural change in attitudes from the elite to VonIvan now, and he's definitely seen as one of the greatest Company Heroes players of all time. And it's been a transition that happened over the years because he just plays differently. It doesn't mean he plays badly, though. It's just his style. Not very good at keeping units alive. He always gets the fuel, and when those vehicles hit, he can dominate you, and sometimes he will. Right, Pioneers just holding back right now. He's focused on the victory points. He's also pushed this MG up really aggressively. Riflemen are going to jump out of there. MG's got no kills so far, but there's been a bit of thorn in his side. He needs to pack up. VonIvan needs to get out. He couldn't get the suppression. He's got one eye on it. He's been doing resistance training on a Russian VPN. Well, I suppose it's an American VPN, isn't it? Linking into his personal computer from 10,000 miles away or something. Inca's going for the M20. No commander's chosen for the Romanian at this point. No commander's chosen. Assault Grenadiers just watching on from the eastern side. More pressure being put down. Pioneers, well, got 9 MP40s coming from the sides here. If you're not James Bond, you won't be able to evade these bullets. Shout back to those early spy films from the 60s where everybody had an MP40. If you're a baddie, you've got an MP40. That's how it works. Look at this fuel denial. He always focuses on it. He'll bleed Pioneers to stop you getting fuel for a second more. And this is when he loses men. He could lose this, but that's his way of playing the game. He doesn't care about the lives of his men. He cares about getting that juicy, juicy fuel. Much like George W. Bush and Tony Blair. Political joke from 30 years ago. How topical. Assault Grenadiers coming in. Got a 50 cal building as well. Oh, look at the damage. These are low health squads. We've got no ambo on the field, and that spells disaster for Inca. VonIvan's going to claim his manpower back now. That pesky Pioneer got away, and look how much attrition he just did. Oh, he got an MP40 kill at max range. That's how low health they were. Basically, that's being breathed on and falling over. Meanwhile, he needs to get out of there. He must have another engagement to worry about. Really? He's pretending there's a threat coming. He's pretending there's a pack on the field when there isn't. No, he just doesn't care about the value of his men, Inca. You'll learn in time. You'll learn. He'll teach you. See, one of VonIvan's old foes, maybe like DevM, Loveness, Nagano, etc., they wouldn't have fallen for that. Because they just know it's the kind of stuff he'll come out with. So they probably would have stayed, and that's when it gets like 4-dimensional balderdash, because you think, you know, you're playing this ultimate guessing game. Loveness started to do that really late on in his competitive career. He'd just call the people's bluff. So if like DevM would have a squad, and this was the T70, he'd just keep it there. He wouldn't even reverse it away. He'd just let it get Fausted or whatever. You know, he'd let it get Fausted, and then he'd just keep it stationary. Calling people's bluff. Right, M20's only gotten 2 kills thus far. Rifleman. Oh. tell you, doing alright actually. West side, assault grenadiers forced away there. VonIvan yet again. I tell you what, what's he doing here? Oh, I know what he's doing here. He's going to get the Panzerschrecks on board. Oh, yes, he is. This M20's on borrowed time now. Yes, he does have his skirts and Vetracy 1. But I tell you what, he's going to need more than that to survive the onslaught to come. Of course, we do have Riflemen with an AT grenade, so the 250 can't just go berserk. Or can it? Or can it? There's an area for exploitation. VonIvan could find it here. Needs to be careful with the Rifleman. Can he keep away from their gaze? He's just past it. I believe he's just past it. Smoke detonates from Inca. He's going to back into it. He's got the rifles coming as well. He's going to have to go backwards to go forwards here. One shot hits from the Shreks. It was a successful attack for VonIvan. Great play. We're at the 250 half track.
Just got destroyed.
MG, meanwhile, pushing up. That's what I'm saying about VonIvan. His MG and infantry play might not be the best, but it bloody works. Tell you what, it could disembark here, get the bundle off perhaps. No, just spraying Panzerschrecks like a drunken man in an alley. Bit of lag there. I've got Google Chrome open probably several times. I need to close all the entrances of it. If you ever have RAM issues, despite having 32 gigabytes of RAM, 250 down, just close Google Chrome. Top tip from me. Pioneers in the east. In the sense that we've got 6 kill assault grenadiers. They could very soon become 6 man if he wanted to. Oh, great place to put a teller down. Don't tell Inca. These guys are all playing on a 5-minute delay today. This is a competitive game at $50 to the winner. I probably should have mentioned that sooner. What a terrible promoter I am. Don't even mention the purse. The winner of today's best of 3 series will get $50 of your funds. Master League money already being utilised there. Assault Grenadiers are about to die. And that's just VonIvan in a nutshell. Moments of genius followed by moments of madness. The lines constantly blurred. Right, kept them alive though, just about. Is there anything on retreat? No, it's fine. Right, it's keeping... Now this is the jungler position of Amelie Fields. These two positions here, sorry, that's the other one, are vitally important to play. Always keep... You can play with Stormtroopers, Panzer Grenadiers, Assault Grenadiers, viable into the late game, as long as you make use of them. Well, Inca's he's got a lot of fuel, I tell you. Maybe he's thinking about getting the Major. No, he's going to go for racks first. Interesting. So that could be his rear echelon squad with a couple of bazookas and, of course, borrowing up the rest. MG42 keeping the fuel. Double fuel for VonIvan. Where's that rust? He said he was rusty. He said he was like the Lusitania line at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Full of torpedo holes and debris. If I ever stall, doesn't mean I can't think of a joke. It means I'm filtering my humour. Because, as I say, I'm trying to prepare for Co3 and, you know, casting relic events and stuff. Trying to teach myself not to say the most controversial thing I can think of all the time. That's funny, though. It's so funny. Do we have a sweeper? No, we don't. Most elite levelist players would have had by now. And they would have spotted that teller. This is why... When people laughed at me, they laughed when I suggested that I could give tips to top-level players. I offered.
We are losing a sector.
I offered. Anyway, Rifleman backed away. Assault Grenadiers pushing.
Get ready, guys.
50 cal. And I tell you, this is good now. I love this. This best map in Co history, probably Amelie Fields. Let's just admit it. Especially now we've got a fresh lick of paint. Oh, he's sprinting after them. Whilst we got the 50 cal on those ones, so he's going to probably grenade them, but there's nothing coming up. Now this isn't the best. He's just grenaded himself on retreat. 25% damage incurred from that blast radius, whilst distracting him. And Inca's now going for the fuel, so VonIvan's rust could be coming into effect now. We did say it could happen, and it certainly looks like it. Panzer IV's on its way, though. So, just ignore all this, really. Let's check out the stats. I tell you what, it's not... He just gets the kills somehow, doesn't he? And, yeah. Assault Grenadiers have been killing people. Something strange in your neighborhood. Who are you gonna call? Asgrens. Panzer IV takes an age to build if you're a VonIvan player, because you just know you're just waiting. Tell you what, he's keeping up a decent amount of pressure, but Incauna's now the one with double fuel incoming. Really thinking, yes, there's the Major. I thought it should be coming out around about now. And, okay, he's going to be waiting about 2 minutes before he can get it out. Might want to airdrop an AT gun, I'm thinking, as well. That'd be juicy. One of the best bits of being airborne. Make up some of your manpower economy by using 60 munitions to help pay for an M1 AT gun. Not a bad idea. To be honest, I'm very surprised we don't see this for that reason in those tight-knit, mega kind of elite tournament games. I suppose we are seeing it today. But just for that ability alone, and possibly even the paradrop abilities, you know, your manpower economy, you've got 2 really good support weapons for cheap, and there it is, coming down from the sky. It should be so powerful. He's going for the crush there, doesn't quite get it, goes stationary, goes for the cannon shot instead, and goes mobile again and misses. Of course he does. And now he focuses the 50 cal and he forces it away, whilst he's capping his own fuel and pushing up into the victory point up there. Right, he's put Major with bazookas on. 2 bazookas on a Major. That's a free tank busting squad. That's pretty cool. Don't often see that. And yes, there we go. Let's see how he does. He's going to be behind green cover. Lovely! 2 penetrations. Nice work. Well, 2 hits. I think they always penetrate, don't they, bazookas? I once heard that. Might have been from Co1. A's brain is just so... I never bother to learn stats fully, because by the time you've bloody learnt them, they change them. That's my rule. I always feel my way through this series, but I know enough, and I always, like, sometimes think, is this something I learned in, like, 2009 from Co1, or is this, like, from the most recent Co2 patch? My brain is a cabbage full of whiskey and explosions from many tournaments cast. No clue sometimes. M1... Right, MG's up to a good bit of veterancy there. Not too shabby. And he's done some good work on his opponents, but we do have a barred up rifle now, so he has to run away. Meanwhile, he's capping the high munitions and paying for it in blood, but from behind heavy cover. Might as well delete the heavy cover, to be honest. It's barred wide on his side as well, so yeah, there's a little bit of APM. Inca could have utilised there. He does have multiple engagements on multiple points. There's the bundle made. Has he seen it? Oh, Inca! Oh, no! Sturmgewehr's coming in. Can't get the kill with the support weapons. They're rubbish. But, supporting crew members, rather. Oh, Inca, oh no. It's not good. Right, Panzer IV's still yet to get a kill. Tell you what, this Sherman's taken way longer to build than I anticipated, just due to lacking map control. That could have been very dead. Come on, Inca, you need to react to this, sunshine. This could be a dead squad. Not whilst he's on the move, though. Should be fine now. But that could have been crushed, is what I'm saying. The crush could have come in there, and VonIvan's looking more powerful at this point in time. His reactions to imminent threats are actually quicker. And maybe Inca needs to wake up. Maybe he does. Maybe he's finding that this old warhorse is still quite the stallion. Rear echelons still don't have the sweeper. That Taller's going to be dangerous, I tell you. That's a very good place to put one. Think about it. They always you can crush that with a Sherman, but you'll often just drive down here anyway. You know what I mean? You know, the paths you take. Let's have a look at it. So no, actually, you might avoid it if you're coming down south, but going back up north, if you're going around there, you're going to hit it, and that's for a defensive way to travel. So, because VonIvan has this area, I can imagine the Sherman going round that hedgerow, in which case it's going to hit it. So you can engineer the situation, and players like a Soldier and that level, they will do that to you. They'll have a double pack here, they'll push it up to push you around that hedge, and your tank will miraculously explode. It's incredible. Debating with mines. Did anyone see that clip of VonIvan's the other day? You've got to see it. It's on the Master League Discord. Go to clips and videos. I believe it is, anyway. He clicks, we gotta debate him onto the Telemine, just as the T-70 in the Fog of War goes into the square and it explodes. It looks like he does it in real time. It's quite funny. Right. Assault grenades forcing away the gal there. Lieutenants. No grenades, no nothing. Just have the Sherman now. Oh, and the Sherman's going to the east side. That's not good. All Panzer IV's going to that side as well. See if he backs away. No, there's not enough of a threat there. We've got a big push in the west. Panzer Grenadiers and Assault Grenadiers. Riflemen in a bit of despair. Got the Tank Hunter Major Squad and the 50 cal pushing up. Panzer IV backs away. Not enough to debate. Sherman's going to go to the west side to help out with this huge onslaught. We do have Panzer Grenadiers that have been suppressed. No packs needed. We got from VonIvan just a second Panzer IV. More pressure being put on the victory points and the fuel. It's going to be double fuel and double victory point for Von. Of course, German in show. German in chat, Magic shows saying Tala means plate. So it's basically plate mine, isn't it? Well, Sherman's going to be on the menu if that carries on. Panzer Grenadier is so low on health, so many players would push on here. Von has such a dangerous risk profile. Love Nest and I used to talk about risk profiles of players. Von is just so aggressive, he's so silly. That's such an expensive squad, and he's so dangerous with it. Every other player, upon seeing that, most like the, you know, the kind of risk-averse feel, like the talismans, the soldiers of the world, they would have gone back. They would have maybe used a med kit. I don't think he has med kits. The Panzer Grenadiers, they don't have med kits, do they? Pioneers do, right? The Pioneers have med kits. He would have gone back, used a med kit. Von's like, I've got Panzer Shreks. No, time to make the tank explode. Loves it. Absolutely loves it. Feeling in a good mood today, guys. I don't know if you can tell. Just loving Master League being back. I think I missed it. I do think I missed it. I think a lot of you guys missed it as well. We did have some. We used our residual funds, weren't we, for a few months? We had a few smaller tournaments, but nothing quite like dumping all of our money. We just had a rifleman go down. I'm sorry, I missed that, guys. I predict it was over here. Too busy talking crap, wasn't I? Focus, Matt. You do have a battle to cast. Pioneer's just been a nuisance up here. They are going to hard retreat away. They do have a lot of accuracy, and we did have infantry pushing in, so it's a good job that they did. Meanwhile, MG under duress, second Panzer IV. It's just grouping up now. VonIvan seems to be marshalling for an assault. We have Assault Grenadiers just being a nuisance, pushing up into the northeast. Constant aggression, constant firepower being laid down, and the M1 AT gun gets a good shot there, and a follow-up. Assault Gren's pushing in. And just assaulting in. Sherman's going for the crush. Assault Grens don't care. We have no backup. Oh yes, we've got a little bit of backup infantry pushing in. Assault Grens are so hard-nosed. Head down into combat. Getting brutalised as a result. The reason why packs are so valuable, he could push up with a pack now and keep that Sherman off his Assault Grens, but it's not the VonIvan way. Just waiting for his Panzer IVs to be repaired. That Pioneer retreated back to base, don't forget. And Inca's, he's really on his haunches right now, on his back. Hind legs. Grenadiers. How many can they fire from these windows? Just the one, it seems. Wouldn't like to be in that shed when two Panzer Shreks go off, would you? I wouldn't like to be in that shed at all. That's a bad shed to be in. One more shot and this could be a... Oh, he missed! So close! So close. If that shot hadn't missed. If that shot hadn't missed, we would have had a catastrophe here on Amelie Fields. And he's gone back in. He's a madman. He gets a shot off, but he needs to be so careful. Honestly, he does. One more shot and it could be done for. He's just gotten the LAB off, forcing the M1 away. Captain down for Inca. Wonder what he's thinking there. Maybe pack out. It's a free squad, but I don't know. Bundle nade over the building. Sneaky with this shed. Meanwhile, these are the engagements I'm missing. Probably where that rifle died earlier. And a third Panzer IV. Zvolf. Panzer on the field. That's just insanity. We're getting up to maximum Panzer levels. Pintle mount on the third. When he's used the LAB recently, his munitions are low. But their Panzer IV division is pushing in. He has an M1AT gun, yes, but VonIvan's a master of getting past them. He's a little bit delayed with the shaft of the arrow here. The head has plunged through the armoured resistance of Inca, but it's been snubbed out unfortunately there, and the push has been cancelled. One panzer down. Didn't quite time his assault there, VonIvan. The Sherman goes forth, looking to get some shots in. He's got his armour-piercing rounds in the breach. Assault Grenadiers forcing away the MGs. The Panzer Grenadiers have to retreat as well. Oh, Vetsu MG goes down. M1s. There's two of the buggers now, and they get a big shot off on the Panzer IV there. They go forward. Sherman's effective armour of nearly 100 centimetres just really helping out there. That sloped armour deflecting shots for days. Panzer IV's going to go back in. VonIvan's a madman. What is he thinking here? He's trying to push the agenda. Sherman's getting a little bit close to that Telemine. Oh, we had another wipe. Hey, he's so good at casting. Assault Gren's killed some dudes there. Sherman being repaired. Second one on its way. We do indeed now have a barred up Vet 3 Assault Grenadier squad. So it's not just short range anymore. We've got a little bit of mid-range creeping in. I don't know how many kills he's got on that thing. And there's the third Panzer IV. He's thinking of it. He just queued it up. I wonder why he decided against it. Okay, manpower reasons. He wants to reinforce these dudes first. 6-man squads as well. Vet 3 on 3 of them.
The enemy is taking our territory.
He's taking control of the centre with those AT guns, and he's got his second Sherman about to hit. Slane in chat said reckons he queued up an Ostwind and he didn't have the fuel. Okay, so he wanted a Panzer IV. That makes more sense. Thanks, Slane. I have to try and keep my eyes open on these retreat paths. VonIvan's gotten 2 kills over there now. When the fighting between the tanks gets hot and heavy, VonIvan seems to have picked up a couple of squad wipes on the peripheral engagements. Very impressive. Flatzer in chat says 100 centimetres of effective frontal armour on a Sherman. I think it was 90-ish, but it was only because of the slope. So it's effective. It's the slope that causes it to be much bigger than you think. I swear that's true. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's true. Oh, there's a big squad wipe there, and he's got another one. He's got a bar again here, and the Sherman couldn't help out. The Teller has been detonated, though. Sherman... Oh, but the Panzer IV itself has died to 2 AT guns in the west. God, this battle's hot and heavy. It's all over the place. It's absolute chaos. Sherman wipe followed by... Sorry, we've got a rifle down and VonIvan's pushing in again. And here comes an LAB on the gates of the base. Panzer IV dies to the AT guns. He's retreating through it very carefully there. So you had a rifle go down as a Panzer IV went down there. At the same time, and then another one pushed in, and this is the latest iteration of VonIvan's Panzer IV brigade. He's constantly keeping the pressure on, however. We've still got both Shermans alive, so if Incauna can get back in here... Oh, what's he doing? Von's throwing another Panzer IV into the fighting! Mad bastard he is! Meanwhile, he's got an MG on the victory point, so as the Panzer IV cooks up, goes blindly into combat, and then he jumps straight back to repair the Sherman. He's got a triple cap on the go, so 76 victory points for Incauna. You can forgive poor old AE for not being able to keep up quite with the action and the fighting here, because it has been absolutely insane at times. He's just pulled another 250 half-track onto the field with Panzer Grenadiers. He's just going to hold the victory points. He's going to hold the victory points and die where he stands. Okay, we've just loaded high explosive rounds. And he's really going to suffer. He's got one Panzerstreck squad coming into the centre. They're going to be so vital. These guys are not teching up with the second one. 250 cal goes into the central, sorry, the eastern victory point there. Sherman pushes in, takes out the 250. He got there, but he can't stay there. Right, Panzergrenadiers have to be so careful now. They are so vital to the war effort. They really are. And here comes the USF forces. Can Incauna rescue this from the death rows? Panzergrenadiers just got destroyed by double. High explosive rounds from the Sherman. Meanwhile, the fighting in the central victory point as the Sherman back into the picture. Indeed, USF forces. There's 2 good Shrek shots, I tell you. He needs every Shrek shot to hit, otherwise he's going to lose this. Neutralises the central victory point. Von has thrown the game just when it looked so unlikely it was possible to do so. More Shrek shots hit, yes, but these high explosive rounds will tear him apart. Oh no, he's some good misses though, I tell you. That could help out. That's not going to help out. That's a very dead squad. VonIvan's thrown it. He's thrown it big style. And the Panzergrenadiers now could die on retreat. Sultans can't cap in time. Incauna has clearly won this game. But he's got so many victory points still. That's the crazy thing here. He's either throws in the towel, but I just know VonIvan's going to try and play through this. Let's make sure we're as live as we can be. We're as live as we can be. There's no liver this can get than live. So, yeah. We're in for a long one because VonIvan, I know he doesn't quit. He's got 83 fuel in the bag. He's going to build Stugs. He needs to go back to tier 2 and get 2 packs, so IMO. With 2 packs, he could get back into it. Saying that though, we're getting LMGs on airborne, so he's going to pick some of these squads off from afar. The assault grenadiers, that is. It's just not looking good. He really needs to conserve his manpower. Oh no. Zero in chat says Von never makes anti-tank guns. I know. I'm just saying what a normal human would do. Oh, nice nade for the assault grenadiers. Yeah. They only got 1 off though there. LAB down on the Vet 2 AT gun. Inca cannot afford to get complacent. Germans push in. Pioneers trying to cap the victory point. These guys are going to go east as well. Shermans want to deal with that threat. Yeah, it is a Stug. VonIvan's going to go back to Stugs. He's going to lob the turret off some of these Panzer IVs he's been building. He's going to go into desperation mode. Let's just check just how many tanks he's lost this game. If that Panzer Grenadier wasn't alive, he'd be very dead right now. Vet 3 on a Sherman as well. That's not good. Oh, that was a juicy shot. They're going to keep up with them though. They're going to get out of there. Vet 3 Panzer Grenadiers and Vet 3 on all of his infantry. It went for a cheeky attack ground through the fog. Well, let's check out his Panzer IV statistics.
Is ready for use.
He built 4 and lost 4, and now he has a Stug. But he's only lost that 1 Panzer Grenadier, the one he spawned last, and went to the northeast, if you recall. Okay, so 1 Stug on the field. Von's been able to keep all of these standard territory points. All of this, 5 of them. So his fuel income hasn't been desperately bleak. You know, plus 19 will get you to another Stug soon. And with 2, he can definitely start to push back in a little more. But he has to push with all of his infantry together. And he has to watch out for these MGs. And that's a stolen MG42, by the way. So, yeah, we've got 3 MGs in total. And they're really going to snub out some of these attacks. Especially when they're grouped up like they are. Don't forget he's got 2 AT guns as well. He sprints into position. Can the MG track him? No! He gets past the MG and is going to force it away. What a shot by the Sherman there. Up to 30 kills now. That's not too shabby. Rear armor hit from the Sturmgeschütz. As the Friends and Pioneers push in. He needs to keep both of them alive and he hard retreats. And he's been able to get a victory point the hard way. On his fuel. Oh, Stug eats some monstrous shots there. Needs to stay alive to keep him in the game. Panzer Shreks are ready. Both miss. And he gets some good shots away. Gets a fadeaway Stug shot as well. Gonna jump in the shed. That could be dangerous, Von. That could be really dangerous, and they're dead. Oh, I knew it was. That was so bad. He needed that Vet 3 Panzer Grenadier alive to have any chance of winning this. But we're still going to watch anyway, aren't we? Oh, I just knew it. It didn't actually crumble, so I think Von wants his money back. See the Panzer Grenadier? They're very crushed. I'm sorry, they're very dead. Von's stolen an MG? Nope. No, he hasn't. See, with packs, what happens now is you delete these, and they're dead. That's why everyone uses AT guns. Major tank busters had to run away. And he's dead! What a shot by the Boar! The Browning automatic of the Assault Grenadiers. Don't get too excited, eh? It makes perfect sense. MG42, keeping Von in the picture. Classic Von, right? Shaking my head. SMH VonIvan. That should be the start of every time you say his name. Stone Shuts backs away. Fuel count wise, we're looking at 79. The Stug costs 90. Sherman's pushing. He's going to go for 2 Stugs, definitely.
The enemy is gaining a foothold. We are down to 300 points.
It's almost like he should have waited until he had more on the field for one of these crazy pushes. He was able to get a victory point for a small time, but... And he's gotten his fuel back finally. You can actually get a Stug, I want to call it a Stu 42 from Co 1. I'm just going to call them Stu 42s. I know the Stug E's, but Stu 4, I just missed the Stu. The Blap cannon. Stuggy. That's right, Vector. Stuggy. Second stone shuts on its way. VonIvan's victory point counts not even below halfway, so we've got time to play, haven't we? I really want to go look at the voting. I'm going to have a cheeky look now and see how we're looking. Oh, back in the action. Something's happening. Sorry, hang on. Shermans push away an Assault Grenadier. Didn't wait for the second Stug to be built, so a little bit of throwing away some manpower there, to be completely honest. Without the Panzerschrecks on the field. Oh, at least he did the same trick again on this MG. He's got to get past 2 Shermans now. Second Stug 3 needs to haul ass. Get in there. Nice use of the assault grenades there. Stug's got some good shots off. Second Stug's coming in. We've got a 3rd Sherman on the field now. Stug's backing up. He's got his shirts, and so he's got a little bit better armour capabilities. Oh, and it's a Stug sandwich. The Shermans have been backed into a trap here. Can he get some juicy shots off now? He has access to target weak point, don't forget. Second Stug comes into the picture. Could this new Sherman go down? Yes! Yes, it could. Can the vanilla OG Master Stug stay alive? Oh, some good shots in there. Stug goes through the smoke, through the fire, gets a target weak point shot off. Can he now finish off the Sherman? Yes, he can! Stugs über alles! Oh my god, the Stugs OP. They've come onto the field. They created the almighty Stug sandwich and they took out 2 Shermans. Oh, lovely stuff. Oh, lovely stuff. What are we watching? This is just insanity. We're getting our money's worth. We're getting our money's worth today, ladies and gents. Got a Vet 3 Pioneer, by the way, so we've got that Vet 2 repair bonus, and he can repair on the field of combat, so these babies will be back in action very shortly. And now Von's thinking, haha, 2 less Shermans to deal with. I'm back into things all of a sudden. Everyone would have thought this is over, but his victory point count was so strong. And, by the way, I think we've had a victory point cap. Has Incauna always been on 22, or is that... Yeah, he has, yeah, he got down to 22, that was it. I remember him. I was there. I cast him. That was me, I think. Ooh, suppression by this new MG. Tell you what, that's going to get into Vet 1 in no time. It's good positioning of his MG there on the victory point as well. And VonIvan's been able to neutralise the victory points. Very important. Gets away with the new MG as well. Stugs are on the long path to recovery. Yeah, it's going to take them a while. Look how safe he's been with them, though. He knows that this is a close game. That Vet MG wasn't able to suppress the tank buster rear echelon squad. And Von is going to be under a triple cap yet again until the Stugs are back healthy. Now, I'm thinking about his manpower. I thought he might have a lot, and yes, he does. After he's reinforced this, he does have the options to go for another vehicle. And I'm thinking what he might want to do. Now, the Stug E could actually be a good accompaniment. Now he's gotten rid of 2 Shermans, but then again, he's against these bad boys, isn't he? It's an interesting conundrum. By the way, Incauna's not taking any chances anymore. He's taken our criticism from earlier. He has now started to cap these standard territory points away from VonIvan. And notice that that reduces his fuel income to 16 per minute now that he's pushed away some of the SDPs away from him. Standard territory point. Yeah, STP. Good that they're getting removed from Co 3. I'm liking that. I like it when my fuel points are fuel and they give you fuel. Makes more sense to me. Assault Grenadiers doing that shimmy grenade assault yet again. Sherman's watching on. Very low health Assault Grenadier. Von's going to keep it in fighting. Of course he is. He's mad. Stugs are ready. And they're coming into the Western Theatre of Combat. Oh, Captain bites the bullet. And it's turned into several pieces of shrapnel. Tank Buster rear echelons die as well. Inca, what are you thinking? Is it your time to throw now? Are we watching MLB Company of Heroes? It's not even Master League. They're just throwing curveballs out there. Oh, the Stugs of 5s just about. Meanwhile, the Shermans have to back away. We've had a veteran M1 taken down by the Assault Grenadiers. And VonIvan now has 1 victory point yet again. He's keeping it in his picture. Right, we've got a Vet 3 Pioneer. He can repair on the field of combat. And yeah, he's still having to back away. We've got Vet 3 MG repairing that. Very low health, 5-man Assault Grenadiers. But look at this, we're starting to have the P-47 rocket strafes. So having these pintle mounts could... Well, they're not going to be able to take it down anyway. It's loiters you can take down, isn't it? Strafes pretty much just destroy you. Right, Ostvin next for Von. Interesting. That helps in a victory point situation. He could just smash it up here, take Mr. Pioneer with him, and boom, he's won the game. That's 22 victory points out of there. It's getting tense. Getting very tense. If I hadn't missed those 3 squad wipes around the 20-minute mark, I would have put this as one of the better casts of 2021. Still, it's one of the best games of 2021. Definitely. Just ridiculous. Silly. It's what we like, though, isn't it? If we wanted to be like super-duper elite RTS fans, we'd go and follow StarCraft or AoE 2 or something. You know, one of those resource-gathering RTSs. We don't play it that way. We get down and dirty with RNG, and she's a cruel mistress and a belligerent housewife sometimes. Smacks you on the head with a rolling pin and orders you back down the coal mine. Ooh, Shermans can hear the Ostvin. Sherman pushing in from the north as well, looking for a bit of a flank, possibly. 3rd Sherman, that is. 2 Stugs versus 3 Shermans. 4th Sherman for Incauna coming, and P-47 rocket strafe. Destroyed M1AT gun there. Oh, that's nice. Von's fuel count's still very small. He's looking to try and take a victory point though. Right, the Stugs have got some good shots in. Notably, they're Vet 3 and 2 now, so superior rate of fire, if I remember correctly. Yes, indeed, just like an AT gun. Get that superior penetration and then rate of fire bonus. He's going to neutralise the VPs. He's pushed in with the other squad as well. And here comes an LAB to force away the AT gun. I tell you, he could continue the cap here. Inca, do not back away from this situation, Sunshine. You could be losing the game. Right, we're going to have to go in with everything. We've got the rocket strays coming down as well. The Stugs have to be careful. Oh, the Sherman could die. The Sherman could die. There it goes. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. It's hellacious. It's Company of Heroes, ladies and gentlemen. It's what we like to see. Sherman's come in. The Stugs are in utter peril. The Vet 3 Stug's still alive. He could get a shot off, but he has to turn his entire body, and he gets it. Vet 3 Sherman down. He's continuing the cap in the centre. He's gone for the cap in the north. But he's going to push the Assault Grenadier out of the picture. But the Ostvin's there. And Incauna backed away when he should have just gone crazy and stayed there. And now his 18 victory points could be ticking down. Stugs going hunting as well. Backing up. Backing up. He's going to get it. There, one more shot required. Rear armour hit, but he's got the victory point, and 8 victory points tick down to 0 very quickly indeed. We've got a fateful push of a lieutenant here, but he's got no grenades. Meanwhile, Stug goes down to the new Sherman as Incauna goes down to VonIvan. 1-0 to the resurgent American back in the USA. And he's here to stay. What a game that was. Yeah, it was a pretty good game, I thought. Yes, it was alright, that. Jesus Christ, that was very good content, wasn't it, for us lovely viewers? Now, let's close that first round of voting. And we're all just delivering today in the Master League. We just can't help ourselves. I have to say, Inca lost the game there, where he backed away from the assault. It was the time... I love boxing analogies. Boxing analogies are golden. It was the time in the boxing match where the jabbing and the sticking and moving breaks down. It was the time in the boxing match where two great fighters have made it to that last round and they go mental. And they just go mano a mano, just smashing each other. Like lefts and rights. Like they suddenly devolve down into two school children in a playground. And Incauna didn't switch in his head that he had to go all in and he had to just fight for his very life and existence. He had to lose a few squads to win the game. He had to lose a few vehicles to win the game. VonIvan never has that problem. He never has the mode where he has to switch to desperation tactics. He's always playing desperation tactics. So that was just a little bit of an aggression profile problem from Incauna there. He didn't switch on in the last moment and think, shit, I have to go all in here. He just didn't do it. But yeah, he played a fantastic game, but you can just sense that he didn't quite feel the right situation was in front of him and he lost the VPs, unfortunately. But you can't blame him for trying. He had a fantastic game and he was up against an all-time legend, so credit to him. Now then, I did say the voting would be over. I'm just trying to get my... Ooh, it's close. Not many people have voted. So if you are a patron, I'm going to draw attention to the fact that I'm going to give you 1 more minute. We've had some good voting, but you might be a patron. You might have tuned in this last 50 minutes of Mega VonIvan versus Incauna action. And we're going to count 1 minute. Well, I won't count it all. So let's just... what somebody tagged me. I thought it was Flatzer. People try and correct me on my World War II facts sometimes, and it knocks me off my casting rhythm because I'm like, oh, what if I was wrong? What if I was wrong? But I've watched so much bloody World War II documentaries and read so many World War II books. I know like crap tons of facts, but I just doubt myself all the time because there's always people that want to correct you. But I'd back myself in a World War II history quiz these days. Anyway, I'd back myself. Right, let's... I sheepishly backed it down to 90, didn't I? I did say 100 originally. Right, we're going to do a timer. Guys, you have literally 1 minute. You have 1 minute to vote. Get in that Patreon and finish the job. 1 minute for the quarterfinals voting to finish. It's really close. And it is interesting. I'm surprised. I really am surprised by some of this. Right, let's go back on it. There it is. So right now, with 35 seconds left on the clock, we've got Chaos Kriegers losing to Scorched Earth 2. Big surprise. Squid Games is neck and neck with fan-voted commanders. I'm massively surprised by that. I really am. Maybe I should have dropped the bracket. Now people know what they are. We've got Super Terminators being demolished by Allies versus Axis. And King of the Blitzkrieg versus 2v2 Commander Terminators losing. So, very interesting. Got 10 seconds left. Don't forget, we've only got about 40 patrons with their roles in this server. So it's good that we've had some voting. Anyway, and let's snip into... Oh. Ah, timer's over. That's nice, isn't it? There we go. There we go. Right then. Let's do game 2. Get ready for game 2. I wonder if they've started. They may have started already. I might need to be careful. Let me just make sure I've got the second game. Try and get some RAM back. Exactly, Armand. Super Dominator. You gotta love it. So, if my eyes aren't mistaken, that means Scorched Earth 2 goes forward. And Fan Voted Commanders goes forward. I should be doing this live on the screens. So these are our semi-finals now. What else? Allies versus Axis one. I'm quite surprised by that. That was one of my favourite ideas, and I think that could be absolutely brilliant, to be honest. Versus 2v2 Commander Terminator. Ooh. Right, guys, I want to sell you on some of these ideas now. So Scorched Earth 2 was the most player-approved tournament concept we did. They loved it because, if you remember, let's go over to the tournaments of your... Yes, I did see that timer. Shut up. This one here. It's the one that we had the unfortunate finalist. But it was one set of... Let me scroll out a bit big that. One set of group phases leads into another. And then you have your finals after that. So 2 sets of group phases. Really crazy system. But players loved it because it gave them multiple chances to prove themselves. They really did. And then the other one is brand new. Now, fan-voted commanders will work as such. Every stage, so say like quarterfinals, we vote for the 3 commanders Wehrmacht are allowed to use, the 3 commanders Soviets are allowed to use, etc. And the players, in order to win a game, they must obviously win the game, but they must use an ability or a call-in or whatever from the commander. They can't just play without a commander. They have to play one of those 3. And then once that's done, we have to vote for 3 new commanders for the next stage, the semi-finals, let's say. So that's fan-voted commanders. It's forced variation. And in the last bit of KOTO's life cycle, we get to see the commanders we've never seen before, basically. Allies versus Axis is a tournament's purest next stage, I think, of Company Heroes progression. I have identified that players do not play at their optimum because they perceive that certain maps are allied favoured, or certain matchups with their opponents are allied favoured, or vice versa, Axis favoured maps, Axis favoured opponents. So what they'll do is they'll only play 80% to conserve their energy, 70% to conserve their energy. So if we force them to sign up as a tournament as one side or the other, and I will figure out how that works, it'll make a lot of sense when we iron out the standards. Every game will be like life and death, depends on it. So that will be a next iteration, I think, of something I really want to try for the competitive side of the game. Could be really interesting. Never been done before. And then, of course, 2v2 Commander Terminator. We've done a lot of this Master League funding. We've never done a 2v2 tournament before. Our best ever concept was Commander Terminator. Why don't we just do a bit of both? So 2 very easy ideas to do there. And let's do it now. So we're going to do Reg A, which is Scorched Earth 2. B is, what is it? Fan-voted commanders. That's that one. That's one semi-final, which is now live. And then we've got, what have we got? Allies versus Axis. I should have done the reg thing. Which is Reg A. Reg B is 2v2 Commander Terminator. Okay. Very good, very good. Or something. Yeah, good. Just making sure. Perfect. All right then. So yeah, go and vote now, and we'll see what concept wins. I need to get into this game again, don't I? It's probably already started. In fact, I'm very sure it has. If you're a fan of my casting today, please give me some Prime subscriptions. I want to take Jeff Bezos' money and put it into my PayPal account. That'd be much appreciated. I'm just going to go grab a coffee, a casting coffee, and I'll be right back with Game 2. Cheers.
Without variety, brutality is the only strategy. The Master League presents a tournament format sent to end the reign of meta. This is the Commando Terminator.
Welcome back, Commander. Incauna is your Southern Wehrmacht player, and he's got to be a bit shell-shocked right now. That was a hell of a game one. I'm gonna, I'm gonna kind of take the tone down a bit. I'm gonna cast in a more chill fashion for a while. Let's just sit back and enjoy the game. VonIvan is mechanized as from the north. Not a bad commander. He wants to finish this job off. And what a way back as announcing himself, as he's never really been away. If VonIvan can beat Incauna today, that'll give him so much confidence going into this first Master League tournament back in late November. Last 2 weekends of November, most likely. Put it in your diary. Ready for action. It'll give him so much confidence because Incauna is a very decent player. Top 15 in the world, quite comfortably. He's been playing against the likes of PFC in some really decent games. So yeah, it's a good one. Really good one. Just some nice mellow capping. And hey, he's going to try and drink some coffee as well, just to get myself ready, just in case this next one's a barn burner. I'm going to need it. It's an interesting place to set up an MG, isn't it? I'm liking that, though, because that's very unflankable. Highly unflankable. Unless you jump in this house, which I don't think you can. It looks very bust up. No, it's got no garrison icon on it.
The new Grenadier squad is ready.
New Grenadier squad's ready for Inca. So standard build order so far.
Knock it off and listen up.
VonIvan just capping in the north. Oh, he's going to come into that MG's field of view. He's going to see it. Let's see how quickly he reacts. No, he can't really react much quicker than he can when you see it. And Pioneers push him away instantly there. Not a happy situation. Wonder if VonIvan's going to play with the WC5-1. He does have the option right now. Rifleman just poking out. Don't want him to go rush into that victory point quite yet. VonIvan's all about fuel though, so he's actually left his fuel exposed now, and 2 Grenadiers could go north. You have to play, your opponent's game sometimes. And VonIvan does kind of push you to play his. He knows all the way, really.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
3rd Gren out now. And Rifleman forced off. Some good MG play by Incauna thus far. Very good, actually. Gren's push up, slow and steady wins the races, VonIvan. Drawing up on a well of resistance. He's hit a wall of VonIvan. That guy was not behind the wall, though. What guy? Oh, the one that's dead behind that bush. You can see his silhouette as he writhes. Between the legs of his some weird party game. Can you get through all 4 of your former squad mates' legs before you fully die? MG joins the fray. And I have to say, Incauna's looking like a strong starter. But we do have the Pioneers will spot this. So there, they've spotted it. MG packs up really quickly. Grenadiers push in, but maybe he was going to pack up anyway, so that could have been a bit fortuitous. And the Lieutenant. My brain has got a bit stupid recently. Every time I want to say Panzer IV, I say Panzer Shrek. And every time I want to say Lieutenant, I say LMG. It makes no sense. Blurt out the first thing with the first letter I can think of. Right, M20 on its way for Von. Right, as well. Incauna's just gone to battle phase 1. Gren's pushing in, Lieutenant backs away. MG's going to face north whilst this happens. Just wants to stop the Lieutenant. Rifle nades him, then joins the fighting. And just kept off that green cover long enough to get the kill in. So that's the advantage of a grenade sometimes. It doesn't necessarily do damage, but your bullets might just do that. You've got to retreat through the MG fire. Grenadiers can't quite keep the pressure on. They walked into the wall instead. MG's now going to get some good shots in. Pretty bloody decent. That Lieutenant will need an ambulance before he can come back on the field. We have the Cav rifles. And the M20's gone straight into things. Has he put down a cheeky mine there? No, he's not. Cav rifles yet to get a kill. Gren's back away. Right. Low health Grens and MG fighting in the north. M20 causing damage. Cav rifles going for the western cut-off. Doesn't cut off anything at the moment for Inca. He's got the eastern fuel. Now the rifles will go for the eastern fuel itself and deprive them of that. Rifle nade on bunched up rifles there. Very low health. Can't anti-8Ks go for the kill. Can't quite do so. VonIvan loses 4 soldiers unnecessarily, possibly. Couldn't quite react to the click. Do you know one thing? I am so surprised that competitive players don't practice one of two things. Grenade on retreat, the timings of the fuses. I think every competitive player in Company Heroes should know the timing of the fuses down to a millisecond. They should practice it and practice it and practice it. And I'm sure they do, to be fair. Some do. But why don't we hear so many fake rifle nades, so many more fake rifle nades than we actually do? I'd want to be spamming that click noise. I wouldn't have it down to an illegal macro in auto hotkeys, no. But surely you can spam click it. Alpern in chat says, everyone practices it, but it's inconsistent at AF. Fair enough, fair enough. It's just inconsistent, that makes sense. I'm just an onlooker to all this stuff, so I never ever play the game or practice these kind of things. But I just think theoretically it's one of the things you would want to practice, right? Ah, Zero Code, you're exactly right, yes. If your model's facing the wrong way, so it'll take longer to throw the grenade. That's so true. Surely you can do movement commands and stuff. We need, I'm being a bit arrogant, probably. Assuming that things haven't been looked into in a full topic before. Just thinking out loud with you guys in chat, it's just nice to talk about these things, isn't it? Jab rifles. Brutally hurt there. And meanwhile, the East 222 is going to have a Stuart soon. I'll turn chat on in the cast so people in YouTube can see what people are saying. I think that's nice. I'll try to do that now. Oh, that's not the one we want. That's not the one we want either. Something like that. I'll fix it in a sec. It's not the best, is it? Right. M20 versus 222, and his bigger brother's on the field very soon. Shame you guys can't hear the ambulance. Sorry, not the ambulance, the ice cream van. I bet if I turn my mic gain up, you can hear the ice cream van. It's such a lovely noise. Stuart's pushing after the 222 with the packs waiting. Stuart doesn't care, he's going to go in regardless. 222 goes to block, he hits ult. He gets killed, but does he take out the Stuart with him? No, he doesn't. Now the Gren's lives are at stake. 222 goes on, we've got a Faust threatening. He might not want to carry on the assault. He gets Fausted regardless. Pat's going to stay in the picture. He holds fire and tries to get behind cover. And just about gets there. No, the wall saves his life. Meanwhile, Rifles need to save the day. He jumps out of the vehicle. Doesn't want to lose too many models there. He's trying to repair. He's doing a crit repair. Can he get there? No, he couldn't get it off. Gets back in the vehicle. Got a Faust coming out again. He's still got some health left. Do we have reinforcements arriving? No. Stuart's somehow still alive. We've got the Faust on cycle. 8 seconds left. Does he have the munitions? No. He's going to have to finish it off with the actual shots now. He's down to one model. Can no longer recrew the Stuart. Riflemen fighting for their lives. They're going to die. And he has to scuttle his own tank with the rifles. Do the rifles survive the scuttling? Not this. 4 MP40s of the Pioneers could do the job. We've got R98Ks as well. They're blocking them in. And it was actually the MG that killed them there. That was a double loss of VonIvan. He not only lost the Stuart, he also had to scuttle the tank. And that was dangerous.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Guys, you're debating what happened in chat. I called it perfectly. Scuttle. It means when you kill your own thing. Just listen to my words. It's fine. It'll be fine. Just listen to me. Take your gloves off. Oh, there's a death for you, rifle. Oh, gosh. Basically, Alpo, we did just see that indeed. Just seen the trading of a vehicle crew for a rifle squad. Not the best, is it? Right, hang on a sec, let me just correct this, shall we? There's one that's bigger. That's the one that's bigger, there you go. Wrens go forward. Incauna in a bit of peril. We do have an engagement in the south as well. Packs lining up. Has no target weakling available. Smokes himself out of there. Cav rifle go in. LMG sets up facing the right way. And packed down.
Has destroyed an anti-tank gun.
Cav rifles are sticking around as well. Now the M20 is going after that. Meanwhile, in the east, Grenz versus vehicle crew of VonIvan.
Team is awaiting orders. The enemy
And he
is
wins out
taking
just
our
about there.
territory.
Claims a second fuel point. M20 gets out of there. He's gotten 5 kills. Not too shabby. Very good, very good.
God damn it!
Oh,
Someone
hang
get
on.
us out of here!
Yeah, that's fine.
Reinforcements in. Welcome to the death factory, boys. Stick with me, you might keep your rate up!
Coffee is life-giving. I do need it. It's been a very active stream thus far. Right, more rifles out for Von. He's having to replenish his losses. Meanwhile, we've got second MG for Incauna now. As the rear vehicle crew that were... They best make up for that rifle's life. Got a lot of work to do. Now let's be on fuel spotting duties. We've got Battle Phase 2 coming up, so he's going to need 125 fuel to get that Panzer IV out. Von, of course, as we've seen, doesn't like to use the M1AT guns. He's most likely going to be going for the 76mm Shermans. Easy 8. No, it's not an easy 8, is it? It's just 76mm. Don't get into Sherman talk. It's so confusing. There's like 100 variants and none of them make sense. 76mm makes sense, so it's got a slightly better cannon. I think a little bit more health, I want to say. I need tightrope. Co-casting with tightrope's a pleasure because he papers all over the craps and... Sorry, the cracks and the craps, actually. Pioneer goes down there to barred rifle fire from afar in a shoddy knowledge. Love that little lens flare you get from the blowtorch. So cool, isn't it? You never notice these small details sometimes. You're just like, bloody hell, this game's amazing. There's a little lens flare for the blowtorches. Ah, Asher says Easy 8 has the more HP. Okay, just a better cannon. Don't listen to A when it comes to units, stats and stuff. Don't know what I'm on about, clearly.
What the hell am I meant to do with these?
Oh, it does smoke. It has loads of smoke ability, doesn't it? That cheeky M6 anti-tank mine there. Keep an eye on that one later on because Inca will come smashing through this side of the map, most likely. But then again, he didn't fall for that tower in that previous game. Well, it kind of got detonated, so... Not that he didn't fall for it, he didn't sweep for it. And again, Pioneer's a no sweeper. Inca just doesn't like to sweep mines, apparently.
We are losing a
Back
sector.
pushing up. Rifleman. 7 kills. Fall prey to the LMG Grenadiers now, from afar. Why sweep when you can weep? I like that line, Elburn. That's nice. No sweeping, just weeping.
Be advised, ability ready for deployment.
Organize the men, Corporal. New set of orders to follow.
Lieutenants pushing across the map now as the support weapons. And the Gren blob goes east. He's hunting this pesky M20 down. What's this distraction in the west? Grens and Pioneers and MG versus 2 units there. And this M20 is going deep behind enemy lines. Very deep. Gets the kill on the MG. MG, voice crack. As the Pioneers could die next. We've got a nice rifle nade in from Incauna's Grenadier squad. Pioneers die as well. VonIvan's a madman. Now he's pushing away from that. So yes, he did lose a squad. He has gone on a mad killing spree with his M20. Twisted Tootsie style. That's 11 kills to his name. Actually, it's just VonIvan style, isn't it? He's the OG vehicle micro artist. When you can give... Ooh, look at this. He's going to get Veterancy 3 soon. Even better mobility.
On our flank! Adjust fire! Take it in!
Pack opens up. No Faust, though. Inca's not playing pretty anymore, is he? He's playing to win now. He's blobbing his LMG Grenadiers like a 2v2 commander.
Listen up. Here's the deal. We're getting chewed up here.
Oh, that's outside the map boundaries. Earlier I commented on MG being here, and it was unflankable because of the map. I am stupid. Von's getting a courtesy machine gun. He does have his major out, which means he's getting to Sherman territory as well. Let's see just how close he's getting. 125 needed, 380. We just had... Oh, he's going to go for the Alf J Panzer IV. He's, of course, got a Festung armour doctrine. I'll say, of course. You don't often see that, to be honest. Pretty exciting. Go for some pull-down action, maybe. Vehicle crew do some... Oh, the M20's in a bit of jeopardy there. There's no Faust nearby, though, because the LMG's closeness. Pack's hunting him. M20's going to survive. A lot of pressure being put on in Incauna at the moment. LMG Grenadiers getting 20 kills and counting. Lieutenant and 50 cal push up. Pack pursues its folly. And this is going to be a triple cap for Von when this MLG MVP vehicle crew have finished capping the central victory point. There they go. Back in the south, we do now have the Alf J on the field. Hopefully going to help Incauna push back into this game 2 in this series. Otherwise, we're going to go straight from the semi-finals to the finals in this voting. Voting ongoing on the Master League Discord server. So, !Discord. If you're a patron, you can cast your vote on the next tournament we'll see.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Cal versus LMG Grens there. 76mm Sherm on its way. We do have a victory point being vitally capped for Inca because he was under a triple cap for a while there. He'll also push north to get the fuel as well. Meanwhile, Alf J's got some juicy kills on its arrival. May finish off a 50 cal. When I say may, I think definitely will. Will he go for the destroy? Or does he have... Yeah, he's going to try and destroy it. He could actually try and take it with the Grenadiers, to be honest. He has enough backup. Oh, Sherman pushes on. And passed. And Fausted again. He's been careless with his acquisitions here. Oh no, rear armour hit. Pack 40 got a shot. No, missed its shot there. But it's out of control regardless. Rear echelon and the crew were not in position. And the vehicle crew are going to take the very expensive 50 cal. They live through the fighting somehow, and the 50 cal lives, so he just sacrificed 125 fuel in a theory to get 150 cal back. Oh dear, as they say. Or as I say in this case. M20's just going to poke his head round, try and maybe bait the Panzer IV. He's not taking it though, he's going to wait to be repaired. Pack 40 will be able to deal with it. We do have railway artillery later on in the game as well. Bit of coordinated fire as well, possibly.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
M20 using that Vet 3 to just duck and dive in and out of battle. So nimble, so quick.
Orders.
Second pack coming out for Inca, of course. And Von really needs to get his vehicles rolling, but he's lost his first tank. Not the best. 50 cal down. Maybe drunk on his own power after that first game. Oh, Cav Rifle's about to die. Von's trying to get away from the LMGs, but they died. The Panzer IV had it covered anyway. Oh, no. Looks like we're going to a deciding ace game at this rate, but we said that in that previous one, didn't we? We said that VonIvan was washed up, he was rusty, he was out of it. Where did that shot go? Went into the Netherrealm. Lieutenant has no defences against the Panzer IV, neither does the vehicle crew, quite frankly. Meanwhile, pushing on the Grenadiers here, but we've got Vet 2 MG42 watching on. We do have the M20 taking out this vanilla MG. Vehicle crew, so many people have fought and died to keep this vehicle crew alive, just like Private Ryan. Oh, and he dies. And he's dead.
We're losing a capture point.
That's like in Saving Private Ryan when they thought he was dead, isn't it? Ha! The bazooka crews are coming. I tell you, this doesn't... Ah, he knew he had this blob. He's going to be fine. That's a quadruple LMG Vet 3 Gren Death Ball coming at you. Which needs that fourth one to join the party. It's currently in the central victory point. He's going to join up with that, possibly. Why mess around? Why not just go full-on Death Blob? That's it, Helper. If he keeps on throwing shit at the wall, sometimes it'll stick, you know? That is the VonIvan way. It's a tale as old as time. It seems to work for him. Alright then.
Territory secured.
You will not let up. The enemy still has 300 points.
Anyway, back to the casting. As the 50 cal pushes up, so does this 20 kill Vet 3 M20. Pretty sure that's going to be VonIvan's MVP unit. We'll check that around about now, actually. No, well that's Incauna. That'll be why. But the overview stats show this. Not the best KD, is it? Army value shows that, and points held shows this. Now let's do the relic shuffle. 1, 2. That'll give you VonIvan's best unit. M20, look at that. 2,500 damage and 20 kills. Don't know if that was worth it. Now this is Wehrmacht Amelie Fields. No, just Wehrmacht Gaming these days. In a nutshell. 21 kills now. J forces the rifles away in the east. Teller mines building. He doesn't actually finish it, for some reason. Oh, M20's been hunted. Another Faust possibly threatening. Meanwhile, J versus the bazooka blob. I should love it. Look at our little friends. And here we see the vehicle crew in their natural hunting position. Shh, don't talk, we might startle them. And they oversee their
point is being
M20
overrun.
utility car. And yes, they're just ready for combat. Any time now they might decide to get back in the vehicle. What a sight that'll be. Here they go. They're back in. Now, be absolutely quiet. Otherwise, they might. Oh my god, they're coming for us, Jeffrey. Get out of there, Jeff. Get out of there. That actually happened to David Attenborough in the 70s. He was chased by an orangutan through the rainforest of Bolivia. At least I made Capan laugh. Making Capan laugh is a noble profession.
Ready for orders.
M6 mine here as well. Oh, this could be... No, he's gone past the M6 mine. Oh, the M6 is about to die. He pops smoke and backs away. Oh, but the J doesn't care. He might back up into it, but we've got no... We do have a Jackson ready. That could help out. But I tell you, if he went over it now, he could really destroy these Grens. He could have, like, destroyed all of his Grenadiers if he'd driven over it. Oh, that would have been so funny. Well, Odysseus in chat, that's what we're all about in the Master League. There it is, M6 mine goes off. We're all about that. We disregard auto match nowadays. Exclamation mark league. That's where it's really at. That's where the, he's hulled down. He's hulled down with, by the way, an immobilized critical. That's an immobilized critical. The Jackson's on the hunt, surely. Oh no, he's hulled down. It's going to be a shoot-off. It's going to be a shoot-off from afar. He's got him covered. But the pack's there as well. Oh no, and the other Panzer IV! Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon! Jackson's got to get out of there! He's got some bazooka shots, but it's out of control! Well played by the hull down immobilized J. Oh no! That's when you attack Granny in Central Park and she has bear mace in her handbag. You think she's vulnerable, but alas she is not. Pioneer's just critted, I think, by bazookas. could finish them off. Oh, no, he can't. Mage is dead. Rear echelon fights on it. Oh, now he hits retreat. Now he hits retreat. Yeah, there you go. Oh, dear, dear. This is silly. They did say VonIvan versus Incauna would be a good matchup. I was talking to the players trying to arrange a show match for today, and I think Incauna himself said it would be a nice, aggressive game. Can't say I disagree. It's been really good. And, yep, VonIvan's thrown in the towel. We are heading to a deciding ace game, ladies and gentlemen. GG, well played. As we won't be seeing it now, so we'll head on out with the Chaos Krieg theme.
Decides where the fight will be. Half the time we see twice intensity. It's chaos. Krieg. It's chaos. Krieg.
Wow, and the votes are in, and it looks something like this. Well, whoa, hang on a second, I just showed the wrong thing there. Shit. Hang on a sec. Yeah. Let me just quickly iron up this. Yeah, all good, all good. Let's go over to the voting screen now. I think the votes are finished. We'll give it another second in case patrons who are listening want 1 minute to vote on this. Okay then, so 1 minute starting now to vote on the last 2 options, and we will unveil them now. We are ready after a brief delay there. And yes, we just had another vote for Scorched Earth. Nobody wanted... When fan voted commanders went up against Scorched Earth, it got absolutely destroyed. And Allies versus Axis is beating 2v2 Commander Terminator. Now, I'm really surprised by that. Seems like you guys want the traditional badass commander options and stuff. Not commander options. Tournaments. I'm not making any sense. My mind's elsewhere. You guys want the traditional, awesome, elite kind of tournament concepts that really push the players in kind of iterative ways. We don't want to go too crazy, it seems. Because Scorched Earth is not crazy. And Allies versus Access, I believe, is an evolution. So it's going to be really interesting grand final between these two. This will be ML6, so let's open our calendars. And, oh, the timer's up. Before we do that, actually. It's good, isn't it? Hey. Yeah! Like something from an old platformer game, isn't it? Right, there you go. That's Scorched Earth 2 versus Allies versus Axis. This is going to be really good because I'm just so excited. Okay, the big sell. Let me get up before. Let me just get the thingy written in, and then I'll go on the big sell for you guys. Because oh yeah, Earth. And then Reg B. Right, before the voting becomes available, I want to do one last big sell for you guys. Scorched Earth was, after people had been asking for a year, can we have a group phase tournament? Can we have a group phase tournament like World Championships 2019? And like, I was finally like, yeah, Let's have a tournament within a tournament. Let's have double group phases. It's never been done before. You like World Cup, you like your Champions League of FIFA and UEFA. Well, why don't we do it twice? Why doesn't one group phase feed into the next? And we also had the changing of the seasons. We started off with summer maps and they became winter as the Scorched Earth happened, which is kind of like Russia. Russia retreated into the hinterland and they scorched all of the resources. I think this happened to Napoleon's army. Just like Napoleon's army, remember? And they scorch all of the resources and then you're left and you're stuffed. And you try and operate within this horrendous Russian winterscape, and that's the feeling we're getting, because it also involves Commander Terminator, and I can exclusively reveal, that no, don't do it yet. Okay, do it now. Fair enough. Somebody's jumped the gun and done it now. I haven't finished the cell yet. I can exclusively reveal that Scorched Earth will employ faction rotation as well. Now, the second option is Allies versus Axis. Now, Allied versus Axis is a massive evolution in tournament technology. The players don't play at their max potential because some maps favour Axis, some maps favour Allies. Sometimes different matchups between players favour Allies or Axis. So if you force the players to choose who they are before a tournament even begins, they have to play at their max potential every single game of the said event. They can't mess around. They have to just go for it. And, it's sudden death. It also means within a series, we can still employ faction rotation. We can still employ Commander Terminator. But we can also employ different map every game. Usually you have to have the same map for games 1 and 2. The same map for games 3 and 4. And in this case, you rotate through the maps once a game. So you have Canal Park, Amelie Fields, Nexus, Bow Lowlands, joking, as your next one. And you just rotate through them really quickly, and it's such an exciting concept. It'll really free us up to have more variety in the maps. So 2 fantastic concepts. That's your grand final of the Tournament of Tournaments. The voting's definitely open. Go ahead and vote. And we'll see who wins after the deciding ace game between VonIvan and Incauna. Yeah, Bocage winter rework, definitely K-Pen, because then I won't have to remake the intro video. I would appreciate that. Yeah, Bocage winter rework should be a thing, K-Pen. I think you can finally make it work. It's got to be winter, dude. Finally figure out how to make it so the snow doesn't kill everything. What I mean is, like, there's a texture underneath the snow that when shells hit it, it becomes black. If we can finally figure out how to fix that, it would be pretty beautiful, to be honest. If you can. Otherwise, just do an autumn edition, like Rachel says. You don't have to do that, by the way. I know you've been working on your summer one, but it'd be pretty cool. Yes, let's spectate this last game, shall we? It's ready and available. Let's do it. It's on the same map. Oh, the voting's just been evened up, by the way. Go and vote now. We've had, how many people have cast their votes? 3, 4 people in total. It's not the voting numbers haven't been great, but the stream was well advertised. Maybe next time we do this, it'll be more hype and people will be all involved. Right then. Let's pick a nice intro video to do for this next one. I don't even remember that. What's this one? International Classic. How does this one go? Oh yeah, no, that's annoying. I won't use it. It's very loud. Sorry guys, my bad. We won't use that. We'll use this one. This is a classic.
Time for the 1v1 elite. So it's time for the 1v1 elite showdown.
Assault grenadiers can now be summoned to the battlefield. Our assault grenadiers await your order to deploy, Commander.
Oh, yes, you can hear it. His assault grenadiers await their deployment onto the battlefield. It's VonIvan. In a repeat of Game 1, he is Wehrmacht, and he is, of course, Mechanized Assault Doctrine, MAD. Very appropriate acronym when describing VonIvan's activities. He's versus Incauna in the north. Now, let us correct these scores.
MG-42 team is ready for action.
There we go. It's 1 each. This is the deciding ace game. Incauna loading straight away with Recon Support Company. Maybe some Greyhound action. Maybe he wants to get hot and heavy and into VonIvan's face. But that Game 1 was such a fantastic game to watch. These guys have earned their money, and I can happily say I don't usually offer second place reward in a best of 3, but we will give $20 to the runner-up today because they've provided entertainment. And I really encourage players to play their best in show matches because they will get offered more show matches in the future. You know, and that is something I watch out for. I believe we're a very intelligent community and we can tell when our players aren't giving their all. And I definitely feel like these players have given us their all today. So I do believe that a second place is definitely worth paying for.
This sector is secured.
So yeah, more assault grens. Pioneers going for the victory point pretty quick, fast. Western side rear echelons with, of course, Pathfinders. Now, I know a lot of you guys are sick of seeing these from your team games. The site they give, and they operate within a blob, and within that, like, it's kind of free map hacks, isn't it, basically? From what I've heard. And X-Parrot in chat reckons that Pathfinders... Sorry, what was he saying? Stug needed for the win. Well, we all remember VonIvan's glorious Stug play from that first game. To be honest, he might want to just go for Stugs and Osvins. It seemed better than his Panzer IV play. An exciting thing. Can AE not miss every squad wipe around the 20-minute mark this time? That'd be great. Right, these guys are screwed. You've got an MG-42 and 2 assault grens coming for them. That's the fuel going to be denied. And this means this Pioneer, by the way, will stay here for an awkwardly long time and could possibly die. And the reason he does this is to buy time for his fuel. Okay? VonIvan is a clever guy. Assault grens are going to go over to the east and get ready. Now, the assault grens are probably going to die a lot as well. But there is method to the madness. And AE has studied VonIvan over the years. And this might look, to an untrained eye, this looks stupid. When you think about the fuel it's keeping, it's genius. And the assault grens have now had the time bought for them, and they're going to get into the picture. And most people think, oh, he lost 2 models. No, he didn't. He gained 20 seconds of fuel. That's how he operates. Maybe I shouldn't give away all of his tricks in the trade, but... Ah! Putting a beacon down. We're live. Sprints after them, silently. Lieutenant's out. Askren's back away into the jungler position.
Production upgrade accomplished.
A nice removal of the benefits of cover there, and the assault grens will fall now. But again, they're buying time to keep the fuel, and that's double fuel they're keeping. Method behind the madness. Lieutenant jumping in as well. Assault grens push in. 9 MP forces of the right. Going for him, and finally the fuel will fall. But think how much time he just bought himself with those manpower casualties. He lost 2 Pioneers and 2 Grenadiers. And he's deleted a tree. Another throw, well dodged by Inca. Very well dodged. He kept his calm when grenades were falling all around him like autumn leaves. He's going to have to get a bunker up in base, and look at that timing, there it is. Now he doesn't have the munitions because he's just thrown 2 batches of assault grenades. Oh well, MG's going to back up into a corner to overwatch the fuel. He's set up just about in time, rear echelons see it, and I couldn't quite see it actually. I think it's just beyond the range. The range would have gone to around here, so that's well played there. There's a flanking coming from the lieutenant, well around the cone of fire. This fuel, I mean, he should be getting 222 out very quickly indeed. He's got more than enough fuel. Look at that. He's got 780 in the bag right now. Pushes up to the rifleman, but he's losing models here. That's not good. That could be a wipe. Gets out of there. Pioneer goes around the northern side. He's got okay health on the last soldat. Yes, he has. Meanwhile, MG's facing the wrong way. Rear echelon comes into the picture. Pioneers versus 50 got. Oh, he got the kill. He got the kill at max range there with the rifleman. One assault grenadier dies. VonIvan, well played by Inca. MG was forced to wait as well. Fuel was kept for VonIvan for a little while longer, but you know he actually hasn't built the 222. Another beacon goes down. And he calls down artillery on his own position. What a badass. Double fuel for Inca very soon. VonIvan really needs to get this Pioneer building that liked mechanized. Is he going to do it now? Is he thinking of going straight to Panzer IV? Surely not. What a madden. So, 105 fuel needed, but with the Stuart on the field, that's... Okay, right, that's what he's going to do. Okay, fair enough. So that costs him 20 fuel only. He gets the Panzer Grenadiers with the Panzerschrecks, and that goes after the Stuart. And he is going to go for a Panzer IV first, it seems. Literally just skip out from liked mechanized. Go for the 250. Okay. And Inca has advanced warnings of VonIvan's troop movements. I wonder if that shows on the doubles. Hang on, we have to do this first. Do you have to build 3 like and come here as 1? Is that how it works? I don't actually know, to be honest. You have to get 3 up and then you can see everything. Somebody confirm in chat, please. I'm sure it's 3. Triangulation, right?
Ambulance, ready for action.
Let's do this. No, Polvady says, so how does it work then? Just spots people off the get-go? Is it within an area? 'Cause I loved how it works in Co 1. Small map pack, Polvady says. So yeah, it's a small area. Okay, thanks, mate. See, these 2v2 guys like Olvady, they know all the little things of the game because they have time to sit back and enjoy the game. I mean, it's crazy, right? Imagine being able to drink a beer and play Co. Team game players. What are they like? Actually enjoying playing Company Heroes. Nice. Artillery spam from the INR. And the Pioneers. Forced away. He's found it. There it is. Beacon destroyed. Pioneer's very low on health. Well, 3 of them are now. That guy's less than 0% health.
We are losing a sector.
250's going to back all the way back to the starting point, and Battle Phase 2 is indeed on its way. He only has 20 fuel in the bag now because Incauna's really put the pressure on him. Guys, forgive me. I'm casting with a blocked nose here. Hang on a sec. As Duke Nukem famously said, "That's better." Oh dear, this is sad from VonIvan. He's really struggling. Stuart's going to eat him alive. Got to buy his time. He does have now the 250 garrisoned within the 250. Sorry, the Panzer Grenadiers garrisoned within the 250 half track. Stuart's going to back away, seek refuge, and that means VonIvan will be able to cap the fuel finally. Panzer IV so heavily delayed. Playing Wehrmacht without a tier 2 is risky and tricky business. Very tricky indeed. Oh, bastards had it coming, they just said. I mean, they killed somebody. Sounds like it, but I'm not sure who. keep away from the Stuart, and they're just suffering. On the move, though, he should be fine. Heard the engine noises in the fog of war there, did Inca. He's very cautious, but they were quite far away. Finally, VonIvan's pushing into Inca's side of the map. Actually going to take the fuel away from him. Ah, yeah, that'll be at Silvertooth. Well played. Yeah, there was a beacon, I believe. I think there was one around here. I'm looking for the little bits of it. You're right, that's all it'll be. Understanding the language of Company of Heroes and the voice lines that don't quite make sense. You know, it's always fun. Pushing in now with the Pathfinders. Not a bad kill count, 4 so far. Veterancy 1 as well. Here comes that 250 though, looking for it, but the Lieutenant himself has a bazooka. And he reverses into the Stuart, he's trying to get past him. They're both facing him, he needs one more shot. Will he disembark? He does so. He's got 2 models with 2 bazookas left. Oh no, can he get there? Stuart's backing into the picture. We've got Rifleman coming in. This could be 1 dead Panzer Grenadier. Will he go inside? Oh, he could just die. He drops a Panzerschreck. Oh no, VonIvan. What were you thinking, son? What were you thinking? He's found the Stuart. Yes. Dies before the missile can hit. Gives a Shrek to the Lieutenant. That's a Tank Buster Lieutenant squad now. Oh my. This game is Incauna's to lose now. Indeed, wrecked. Panzerschrecked.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Good work with the Greyhound on the field. Really wanting to push the agenda now. Does have a Model E Stug if he wanted it, but without packs, they're useless. No protection. Greyhound's got 2 kills already. VonIvan's just trying to buy time in that northwest fuel.
The enemy is taking our
Pioneers
territory.
pushed away. I think Von can be happy today with that Game 1 win. An historic victory. Good work
Our
there.
opponents are seizing a sector.
Fuel denied, so heavily fought for by VonIvan. And he's getting to 110 fuel, so he needs to get a support
The
armor
territory
core
is
down now.
out of
And
contact.
indeed he will, there it comes. Healing back in base, that's where his entire army currently lies. Just look at Incauna like an
Enemy
anaconda.
forces are securing our
Don't
territory.
want none unless you've got grandson. He's pushing in now, and there's no Panzerfaust. He's actually aiming for the Pioneers there, I believe. He's putting a lot of work down on the armor core. Yeah, he's going in. He knows there's no big threats. He knows VonIvan's strategy, and he's destroyed the sport armor core. He's hard countered the American here. His Wehrmacht army is laid bare, bottomed for a spanking. And that's exactly what we're seeing. Don't fight with your trousers down. It leaves you vulnerable. He's had to go for a Stug E, which can offer resistance, but oh no, heavily countered. A little bit of friendly fire to start things off with the Stug E there. Nice work. Doesn't do enough damage. Greyhound and Stuart tangoing on the MG. He's just reinforcing it, so he's blitzing through his manpower reserves here. And this has meant Incauna's capping all the map behind it. We did just get an incendiary round off. Didn't quite do the damage. If he gets target weak point up with veterancy, he's actually getting close, you know. He's hit a few vehicles there. Gives you a lot of veterancy for a sport vehicle. Oh, I tell you. Another shot nearly hit there as well. Target weak point could be helpful. Oh no, there's an AT gun. Oh, that could be game. Stuart spots for it and he's out of control. Oh, wow. Well played by Incauna. He smelt blood
Enemy has
like a
destroyed
tiger shark in the Pacific Ocean.
Enemy forces are securing
And
our territory.
VonIvan was a poor navyman that had been torpedoed, bobbing in the ocean there.
Enemy has killed
Completely
the machine gun.
vulnerable and had his legs eaten. fired the Tiger Shot. Do you get my analogy? Can I have just a clap in chat for another amazing AE analogy? So forced.
Things are done.
Oh gosh. It was a cash game, is he?
Our opponents
I don't put you in
are
cash
seizing
games
the
anymore because
sector.
you're too good. And do you know who else played very well today? Incauna, 2-1 to him, $50 in the bag, and well played by VonIvan, winning $20 of taxpayers' money, aka Patreon, for an excellent performance. Cheers. And wow, we are neck and neck with the voting. Oh, my cap's not on. I forgot I hadn't done my hair. There we go. That's better. That's better. We are neck and neck with the voting, ladies and gentlemen. Tied 3 each. I don't think today's voting activity was quite as powerful as I expected it to be. Well, maybe because that's the choice is that damn hard. But of the 57 available patrons, yes, it's time to vote. We're going to give it one last counter time down because the format we will see will be a revisitation of one of the most popular Master League formats of old, or it could be a brand new format we've never seen before. So it could be very interesting indeed. Let's put a timer up. We'll give it 3 minutes. Get in there and vote. I won't influence the voting by keeping my fingers on the screens, but we've got very close situation here. 3 minutes until the vote's finished, and then we will be adding to our tournament at the end of this month. So that will be the 20th and the 21st of November, or the 27th and the 28th. Well, both actually. And we'll have one of these fantastic events then. Well played, Von. Isilda, the players do not get a vote, they just get to win money playing. Alright, okay, the players have sent me their PayPals, I'll get that sorted out later. Well, exactly, Vector. If the players voted, they'd vote for Mechanized versus Ostrupen on Amelie Field's tournament 2022. It'd be a fantastic tournament, and it'd be for $10,000 for every player, no matter who wins. That's what the players would vote for. It'd be a great event. It really would. So yeah, how much longer have we got? 1 minute 40 seconds left on the timer, everybody. 1 minute 40 left until we get to hear that famous dramatic music. Expensive Runner, you should participate. You showed epic gains, bro, in your getting good at Company Heroes. Yeah, you were good. You played some good games. I think in 2020 you were getting good, but you kind of stopped in 2021 quite a bit. You did show some aggression, much needed aggression in the Company of Heroes sphere. I think if people had finally knocked the likes of Silver, Nagano, Asher off their pedestal, I didn't say Kimbo because he is actually quite aggressive. They need to be aggressive to make up the ground. You're not going to beat these legends who are just so perfect in their support weapon play unless you are absolutely crazy. You're not seeing another match today, Jamesy Jamso. This is just the final bit of the stream where we decide the tournament for ML6, I guess it is, isn't it? So get voting. Right, 30 seconds left. Oh, it's close. It's 6-5. You can either tie break it or we'll see the confirmation of one particular option here. Got 20 seconds. Get in. It's now tied. For God's sake, that's always happening in Master League voting. It always gets tie broke. We've got 10 seconds. Somebody break the tie, goddammit. We're 6-6 right now. We've got 5 seconds. It's 6-6. Please don't do this to poor old AE again. And here comes the music. It's 6-6. For God's sake. 6 frickin' 6. Oh! We'll just do both! We'll do Allies versus Axis Scorched Earth tournament, everybody! It's easy! It's that easy! You've got Scorched Earth, you've got Allies versus Axis, you've got a mega event! It's gonna be good! Let's just combine the two together! No need for a recount. The Democrats are in power, the Republicans are in power, no recount! We have 2 presidents. Let's go! 2 presidents. So it's Scorched Earth with Allies versus Axis. The players will sign up as one of the 2 factions. They will enter a group. They're only allowed to play as that faction. Then you can have best of 2s as well, which might be easier. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Oh yeah, this is gonna be very good. Come on. Scorched Earth 2 now is an Allies versus Axis tournament event. Rachel is your queen. She will be making maps more snowified. Number 1 rules, Rach, if you can. None of the actual snow dripping from the screen. Otherwise, Nagano will complain. Maybe you should just get a better computer. So maybe if you do that, don't do too much of it. The other rule is we need to test any changes to maps. If we can just make them aesthetically different, it would be beneficial. Basically, Amelie Autumn was the best. What was the other one? Can we somehow find how to make it so snow doesn't turn into mud? I'd love that. No, Nagano wants more white pixels. Just get a better PC, bro. How much money have you earned playing Company Heroes over the years? How much? It's so much. So, go on, get a better PC, bro. This game's like 1 million years old now. Okay, there we go. That's your daily activities done. I'm going to go away and work on Scorched Earth now. It's an Allies versus Axis event. I'm going to iron out how that works, but I'm thinking, right, I'm thinking the players sign up as Allies or Axis, and yeah, the players sign up as Allies or Axis, right? Then, after they've signed up, they don't get to change how they sign up, by the way. After they've signed up, we release the list of who's who. Then everybody gets 1 chance to change. It's a non-public chance. You put it in a, like, you send in your chance to change. So you either stick or twist. And it's not publicly known who's sticking or twisting. So you don't have to wait. You just do it. And then that will flip you from Allies or Axis for the entire tournament. So everybody picks Allies or Axis. The lists get revealed. And then you all get 1 chance to secretly change if you are Allies or Axis. And once you've chosen, there's no going back. This is a Scorched Earth event. It's 2 group phases with a Commander Terminator involved. No faction rotation, though. So if you want to just play Wehrmacht, you can do. If you want to play just USF, you can do. Because otherwise, the faction rotation won't be fair because there's 2 and there's 3, isn't there? So, yeah. Or would it be fair if you did a best of 5? I'm trying to think. No, it wouldn't be fair, would it? Because you're always one or the other. So, yeah, you can always play as the faction you want to play as. Pick 2 factions. Yeah, you can. It's not faction, it's side gibber. So you pick either Axis or Allies. You don't pick, I want to be USF for the entire tournament. So you can play around in the faction you are. Sorry, the side you are. So sides means Allies or Axis. Faction means one of the 5 factions. There are 2 on one side and there's 3 on the other. That makes sense? So you're picking your side. Ow, not your faction. Yeah, and you'll always be Allies or Axis, so who you get grouped up against will be very dependent on this. And, yeah, so if it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. If we don't get enough for one side, the tournament will just shrink, won't it? I want at least, obviously, 16 people for each side, but we might go down to 12 for each side, and you could make that work with groups. That's the great thing about groups, is you can just make it work. And now we've made it not has to be best of 3 or best of 5 or whatever, because it's Allies versus Axis. We'll make it work. It'll be badass. Jim's asking a lot of questions. What if Axis is full? Well, you know, people will get a chance to pick again, I guess. Yeah, people will get a chance to pick again. Sarava. All right then. So that was today's stream. We have our chosen. I couldn't have predicted this. I really could not have predicted this. Oh. Alvadi's saying there's a 4v4 tournament at the end of November. I wasn't aware of that. I don't want to cause a clash. Might not be at the end of November if there's a arranged tournament. I don't really follow 4v4, so I wasn't aware. When is that? I'm just going on there, Kotu.org post now. We'll figure it out though. It'll be made available. Might have to do it at the start of December then. Yeah, sorry, the 4v4 event is all the way through the end of November, my bad. So that means we'll push ours to December, which means we get more money, which is exciting. So let's do our event then. Gosh, what shall we do? We could go 4th or... Let's have a... Well, theirs is on the 27th, 20th. I'll pick this up on screen so we can all see the calendar. So, you've got 13th... Theirs goes up to the 28th. There's a 4v4 event, and we'll let them have centre stage. We could just put ours on the weekends after. Don't want to infringe on Christmas too. Mind you, Christmas is easier to play though, isn't it? Should we do ours on the 11th, 12th, 18th, and 19th? Is that okay with everybody? Anybody got many major objections to playing on the 11th, 12th, 18th, and 19th? XGG. Anybody? Is that alright with everybody? I think it should be alright. 11th, 12th, 18th, and 19th. It's before Christmas, but it's still... We'll have the holiday cheer. Objection! I think 11th, 12th, 18th, 19th is a good set of weekends. We could do that. And then we have a 1 week break after the 4v4 tournament. We'll have more funding to throw into this one, which will be exciting. Yeah. All right, then. There we go. Thanks for letting me know about the tournament, Inca. I had completely not checked that out, to be fair. What am I doing now? Yeah, back to my face. Okay. Righty-ho, then. That'll do us, won't it? That's our stream over. GG's to VonIvan and Inca for a fantastic series. Thanks to all the patrons that have voted. I'll call out anybody that's become a patron today. Hopefully you had your chance to vote as well. We've had one new patron whilst the stream's been going on, it seems. Thank you for your support. Null. Thank you, Null. Which puts us up to how many active patrons? We're up to 85, so we've grown by 5 since I last checked, which is very good. It's $851 a month. And we are in that sweet spot at the moment, that really nice sweet spot between 600 and 1,000, which is our operational range. To put the limiters on us, because I thought we were getting a little bit too much money before for the activity at hand. So at a really nice level now. Thank you guys for your support. You're paying for some fantastic Company Heroes competitive action. And yeah, let's look forward to some really cool events in 2022 as we get ready for Scorched Earth.